Hello students, welcome back to my class Chemistry Gurukul. So today we will discuss about some numericals which we have done in our previous video. We have already discussed two laws of chemical combinations and I told you earlier that we will discuss numericals also. So coming up with the numericals today, we will do it and I will give you some numericals for your homework also, so that it will be just like assignment. In my comment box there will be some questions given, please do it. Okay, so coming to the question part, numerical part, question number 1 is, as you could see here, question number 1 is, in a reaction 5.3 grams of sodium carbonate were reacted with 6 gram of ethanoic acid solution. Okay, the products were 2.2 gram of carbon dioxide and 0.9 gram of water and 8.2 gram of sodium ethanoate solution. Show that these observations are in agreement with law of conservation of mass. Sometimes some average students, they get confused after reading such long question. But children, don't worry about that, because you are right now in 9th standard, so you need not to grab up or you can say to just mug up all the reactions. You just write down the way, in this way the question is asking you. Okay, you just write down the reaction in that manner only. Fine. You are not supposed to write the formulas, because formulas you will do in your next class, or you will learn later on in this chapter only. After just the concept of molecules, you will come to know how to write the formulas. But right now just put on the statement only, and I will solve it here. You just watch it properly. Okay, so what we will do for the solution part, look here. See, it's very simple. In simple words they have written here, in a reaction 5.3 grams of sodium carbonate. What you will do, you will just write here sodium carbonate, sodium carbonate plus, because it is reactant part, so what another reactant is ethanoic acid, ethanoic acid. Now what product it is forming? The products are sodium ethanoate plus water plus carbon dioxide. Okay. Now sodium carbonate, if you are knowing the formula then it's okay, otherwise you can just put it the grams which is written here. You can write the formulas if you are knowing. If you are not knowing, you can note down Na2CO3, CH3, COOH, and sodium ethanoate is CH3, COONA plus H2O plus CO2. As you are not knowing about writing the formulas, even not the concept of balancing you have studied, so that's why I used to generally told students to write the statement only. Okay, now coming on to the part, how many grams in the reactant side they have given? Sodium carbonate is how much? 5.3 grams. Okay, ethanoic acid is 6 grams. Sodium ethanoate is 8.2 grams. Water is 0.9 grams. And CO2 is 2.2 grams. Now what you have to do, children? You will just add up all the digits which has been given in the reactant side as well as on the product side. So here if we will add, it will be, when you will add these two, you will get 11.3 grams in the reactant side, and here also you will, when you will add it all, you will get 11.3 3 grams. So you could see that in the reactant side the mass is equal to the mass of the product side. Hence you will write here, hence these observations are in agreement with law of conservation of mass. I hope you have understood this numerical. It's very simple, anyone can do this. Okay, now coming on to the second question. If you will study, hydrogen and oxygen combine in the ratio of 1:8 by mass to form water. What weight of oxygen gas would be required to completely react with 3 grams of hydrogen gas? It is also very simple, as we know that the ratio is in water, hydrogen is 2, oxygen is 1:8. If it is 3 grams, so what will be the oxygen mass? It will be 8 into 3. So it will be 24 grams. So your answer will be 24 grams of oxygen is required to combine with the hydrogen. Okay. In second question, you will do it like this. Coming to third question. In an experiment, 2.192 gram of copper oxide was obtained from 1.751 gram of copper. Okay. In another experiment, 1.824 gram of copper oxide on reduction gave 1.457 gram of copper. Show that the given data illustrates the law of constant proportions. Children, first of all, don't panic while reading the question. First of all, try to understand the meaning of the question. See, in this question, it is very simple because it is based on the law of constant proportion, and I have already explained you that according to that law, it doesn't matter from where you are taking the compound, the ratio, the proportion by weight of that particular element remains constant. So here also two experiments are done regarding copper, and oxides are formed. Copper oxides are formed in two different ways, but they are asking you whether it follows the law or not. So we will try to find out here in the question. Okay, so let's do it. First of all, I will make a partition here. Okay, because I am writing here experiment number 1 and here experiment number 2. Fine. Now in experiment number 1, we could see that the mass of copper oxide CuO is how much? 2.192 grams. Fine. And copper is Cu. Copper is how much? 1.751 grams. Now children, you can easily find out the mass of oxygen here, because according to the first law, the mass of conservation of it states that the mass remains same. Okay, so by applying that law, you can here find out the mass of oxygen. How? See, the mass of oxygen can be find out like this. Mass of oxygen, it will be mass of copper oxide minus copper. Okay, so it will be 2.192 minus 1.751 grams. Okay, so this is how you can find out the mass of oxygen. You will do the subtraction part. See what digit you will get. It will be 1, okay, 4, then 4 means 0.441 grams of oxygen you will get. Okay. Similarly, in experiment number 2, we can see that copper oxide mass is here 1.824 grams, and however on reduction How much copper has been obtained? 1.457 grams. Similarly, here also you can find out the mass of oxygen. Mass of oxygen can be obtained. You will, when do the subtraction, you will get here 7. Okay, this will be 6 and 7 4 3. Okay, so it will be 0.367 grams in this case. Fine. So this is how you can make out the mass of oxygen. Now in both the sections we will find out the percentage of oxygen in copper oxide, okay, and percentage of copper in copper oxide. When you will find out the percentage of copper in copper oxide, how you will find out? You will just divide this number by this. So it will be 1.751 by 2.192 into 100, and this value is nearly equal to 79.9%. Okay, and similarly you can also find out the percentage of oxygen in CuO, copper oxide. It will again be like, you can say, divide this value which you have got, mass of oxygen 0.441 divided by mass of copper oxide, how much? 2.192 into 100. When you will do this, you will get nearly 20.1%. Children, in the similar manner here also, when you will do the same process, the mass of the percentage of copper in copper oxide will be 79.9% and percentage of oxygen will be 20.1%. So you could see that in both the cases the percentage, the values are the same. So this experiment illustrates the law of constant proportion. So this is hence proved. Okay, so certain questions are there, you can practice at home, and I hope you have understood this. You can do yourself also. Thanks for